Seattle is known for its coffee, as it's the birthplace of many notable coffee shops, most famously Starbucks. But if all you drink is Starbucks, then you're certainly missing out on a lot. From the bean to the blend to the way it's prepared, coffee can be a lot more complicated than people think. You haven't had good coffee until you've tried some of Seattle's finest. The area around Seattle Pacific University has a lot to offer in coffee shops. They're perfect places to study or have one-on-ones with friends. A walk up the hill or a short bus ride will get you to Queen Anne, where you can't walk a block without finding a great place for coffee. Or you can take a longer but pretty stroll across the bridge into Fremont for a good cup of joe. Bustle, Storyville, Macrinas, Milstead, El Diablo, and Yellow Dot. And these aren't even half the places, just my personal favorites. Milstead's is just across the canal and down the street from Yellow Dot. It features great coffee and lots of large tables for studying. The atmosphere tends to be on the quieter side, so it's the perfect place for hunkering down before finals to get that studying done. As well as great coffee, it also features fun seasonal drinks for those who don't enjoy coffee. According to US News Today, the best way to prepare for an exam is to talk with a teacher or TA. So invite your teacher or TA out to coffee to talk about the exam and the class in general. They'll certainly appreciate the gesture, and you'll benefit from it by being better prepared for the final. According to academia.edu, studying in the same spot makes you associate that spot with studying, so try and switch up your spots that you study. That way you can remember it better. The Yellow Dot Cafe is a recent addition to the Fremont area, but it's quickly making itself known. With treats such as the honey lavender latte and the Hawaiian mocha, it offers something different than your average coffee. This store also offers an SPU student discount, 10% off. A short walk right across the canal is the perfect spot for a sunny day with some good friends. Though you can't study here, I suggest you bring your laptop as there's not much space for books on their tall and skinny tables. Bustle is a good spot if you don't feel like anything on the main Queen Anne Ave, as it's tucked away in a small corner of Queen Anne. Bigger on the inside than it looks on the outside, it's perfect for group study sessions as they have several large tables in the back where you can spread out all your papers. On top of this, there's a 20% discount for SPU students, so it's a good place to save a buck too. As well as coffee, they offer a lot of varieties of tea, which is great for people who don't like drinking coffee. According to FoodNetwork.com, China is the biggest producer of tea, and is also where the drink first originated from. Storyville Queen Anne has only just recently opened up, but it's become a quick favorite of most SPU students. It tends to be on the more crowded side, so either come here early or go late. Or go solo because it's hard to find room for more than one person during the busy hours. It's got a great atmosphere and the coffee is excellent as well, the perfect spot for a hipster study session. According to theoatmeal.com, all coffee grows in the bean belt, or the area between the tropics of Cancer and Capricorn, and Hawaii is the only U.S. state that grows coffee. Coffee has also been linked to reduced risk of common skin cancer in a new study out of Brigham and Women's Hospital and Harvard Medical School in Boston, according to the LA Times. According to the Huffington Post, Europeans used to call coffee Arabian wine. Macrinas is technically a bakery that resides just down the street from Bustle, tucked away in a relatively unknown corner of Queen Anne. Though their coffee is excellent, their sweet treats and bread are even better. In Seattle Magazine last year, it was rated as one of the top 50 food players in the city. An amazing feat for how small the bakery seems. Since 2004, Macrinas has been making itself known in magazines and with foodies all over Seattle, which makes it a hot spot to stop. Though the food is worth it, oftentimes the crowded seats are not. Like Storyville, it's hard to find a spot to sit down, but if you do find one, you're in for a treat. El Diablo, which is Spanish for the devil, is different than most coffee shops around SPU as it features Mexican mochas, hot chocolate, and other Mexican-themed drinks. It's perfect for anyone who wants coffee with a twist and doesn't mind a louder atmosphere. Unlike some of the other coffee shops around Queen Anne, it hasn't been picked up on most people's radar yet, so there's usually spaces spread out and lots of room for all. Traditional Mexican hot chocolate includes semi-sweet chocolate, cinnamon, sugar, and vanilla, according to FoodNetwork.com. Did you know coffee beans are actually the pit of a bright red berry, which technically makes them a fruit? BuzzFeed.com. El Diablo is also attached to the Queen Anne Book Company, so you can get your books and head straight over to get a cup of coffee and start that studying early. Queen Anne and Fremont both have a lot to offer in the way of coffee shops as places to study, hang out, and to get to know people. It's normal for SPU students to go on coffee dates as there are so many options, and it's fun to bond over a hot or cold drink and excellent sweets. Before coming to SPU, I knew very little about coffee and the variety of coffee shops that flourished around the school. Now going into spring quarter, I would consider myself on the road to becoming an expert. As well as offering an opportunity for students to get immersed in Seattle's culture and to meet new people and make friends, coffee shops are some of the best places to study. There's always treats and warm drinks to motivate you, and an atmosphere of people getting work done helps too. Though all of these coffee shops are alike in some ways, they each offer their own unique take on the same drink and their own personality and style of serving it.